Hi, welcome to How to Install. In this video, I'd like to show you how to create a new accommodation, also known as a unit. For you, that might be a room, a cabin, a suite, or even a tent site. Whatever it is, this is how we create it. Go ahead and log into your install dashboard, and once you're in, at the top, click on the Accommodation tab here. I already have a few accommodations or units. It doesn't matter if you don't, and this is how we create one. Click Create New Accommodation here. Now once we're in, let's fill in the basics. So I have a room, so I'll use the drop down and find room. You find whatever's relevant for you. Now the name of that room, that will be what the guests know it as. I have a twin suite to add, and that's what I call it, the twin suite. So type it in. If I had more than one twin suite, I could select how many I had, and then it would create 3 of those units. If I was to select 3, I could independently name them. Maybe they have slightly different names or not. To do that, I would click Name My Units, and that would allow me to name each one of those 3. However, I just have the one that works for me. Now let's scroll down and let's add some descriptions. Starting with the short description here, just a quick summary, so when people are looking at your accommodation, they can see what it's about. And go ahead and add a longer description. Bulk it out a bit more. Maybe talk about the view, the features, things you'd like your guests to know about this unit. Okay, I'm happy with my short and my longer descriptions. Now let's go down and fill out the occupancy for this room. This is the maximum amount of people, and possibly dogs, that we allow in the room. So this is just a twin room. It's a maximum of 2. So I'm going to put 2 as my maximum. Now that can be made up of 2 adults, maybe 1 adult and 1 child, but not just 2 children by themselves. If I did allow infants in the room, I could add how many infants. And if I wanted those infants to be counted in the maximum calculation, I don't. I'm happy for 2 adults and an infant to stay, or maybe 1 adult, 1 child, and the infant to stay. I'm not including the infant in my max calculation, so it will still only add up to 2. If you wish to, you can include. Now we need to have this active and visible in our calendar. That means if this is not ticked, it will not show. Unticking this will prevent it from showing and being booked. Maybe there's times when you don't want the room to be available. Come back in here and untick active. You could add additional information. This would be sent out to the customer in their confirmation email if you needed to add useful instructions about this particular unit. And if it has a unique address, as in a physical address, then you could click that and add it here. Now, if you've already made a gallery for the photos, you could select that gallery to add to this unit. Now, I haven't made one for this, but if you're not sure how to do that, go and have a look at the other videos and you'll find one about uploading photos and making galleries. Anyway, I'm happy with this now, and I'll click Create This Accommodation. Now, as we can see, it's now added it to my list of available accommodations. A really useful tip is if I drag and drop these in the order I'd like them to show. And now if we go look at our dashboard, we can see they're in that order. Hold on, why is there all these question marks under the twin suite that I just made? It's because we haven't added any rates or prices for it yet. But that's another video. Feel free to go have a look and get those rates and prices sorted. So what do? To create an accommodation, we click on the Accommodation tab, we click on Create New Accommodation, and we follow through. Maybe we want to switch off one of our units, so it's not available to book and it doesn't appear in our booking calendar. We can go back and edit the room, we can make any changes we need to, and we can untick active and visible and make sure we save. Now we can see that's highlighted in red, meaning yes, we do have the accommodation, but it's not currently in use. So going back to our dashboard, we can still only see the 3 current active ones. Accommodation, edit. I'm going to switch that back on, make sure I'm happy with the rest of the information, and save. And there we have it. We've created a new accommodation, the twin suite. Be sure to check out the other videos if you'd like to add photos, and also set the rates and prices. Thank you for watching.